Hey, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dead in Vinland, the game where we capitalize on every possible opportunity. Apparently, I have been blessed once again, seemingly from the heavens above with an afternoon off. It's about 20 to 1 here. I just finished my regularly scheduled lunch. Normally, I'd be jumping back in the old pickup and heading back to work. Dust kicking up behind my tires, squealing down the road as I try desperately not to be late. But not today. I am 100% fully off for the rest of the day. Meaning I have nowhere else to be other than a couple of personal commitments, which don't take place until several hours from now. So last time it was a string of Stardew videos. Today it's going to be a string of Vinlands. And it would seem as if we have everyone in place to do some more exploration, to do some more resource gathering. We don't have anybody banging out some more stone, which we're going to need, but that's okay. We have nobody getting food either. What is that oversight there, Broman? How did we let that transpire? Where's Moira? Moira's on water. We don't need a double crafting. For sturdier buckets? No, not necessary. Don't be silly. Why in the world would we need two people on sturdier buckets? Sounds like the name of an aging porn star. What? No encounter. I'm kind of missing encounter. No, I'm not going to say that. We don't want any encounters. Not yet, anyway. As we get closer to clearing out, maybe we'll risk some encounters. Throw in an inexperienced, non-stealthy individual, and we're really piling up the areas to explore here, aren't we? Should this be the video? Maybe this will be the video where we just pop these exclamation marks, and then later in another video we'll go and interact with a lot of these things. I just noticed these characters are color coded. I kind of assumed that these were characters that we could bring on board, but now I'm pretty much guaranteeing that that's the case. Obviously, the red are a more hostile potential encounter. So let's just go through and start popping some of these exclamation marks and just, there we go, a silent hunter. I already want that. This is amazing. I don't know if I've mentioned this explicitly before. I think I have. Archers and sort of rogue type characters are some of my favorite. And this already is very appealing to me, this silent hunter. Just kind of chilling out here. Wish I had found... Oh, and he's red, actually. I thought he might be on my side here. It's only after a while that you notice this cloaked hunter. His clothes make him very hard to see in the forest, and he is quiet as a carp. Interesting. So already we found another of Bjorn's fingers that we need to bring on our side. Wow. They pull no punches. I was not expecting this. There's a man hanging from a tree. This looks more like an execution than a suicide. The body is in bad condition. It's rotting. His gangrenous leg is almost black, and there's not much skin left on one of his hands, and you can clearly see his bones. Furthermore, there are black holes where his eyes used to be, and they seem to be glancing at you. You also notice that one of his boots is on the ground. Wow, that's quite the image. I was not expecting that. What does that show up as here? It shows up as the swipe marks? No, a wild boar? Did we know about that one? So where does that guy... Oh, the noose, obviously. Long dead warrior. That's so much... The first 3 clicks have all been this great imagery. Like, I love the artwork and the character design in this game. And but to think that this has been hiding just behind those exclamation marks for the past how many half dozen videos? An armored corpse with an ornamented helmet is sitting against the old stump of what probably once was a tall tree. The warrior is long dead, and the tree seems to have been cut down with great force, though only the stump remains. In the hand of the corpse hangs a tarnished pendant with an engraved symbol, a rune without a doubt. Ancient knowledge, maybe? Who knows? We'll try it later. All I'm looking for right now really is some evidence of a potential hammer to give to Gwendolyn. And unless we can see that in the thing, we're not going to interact. What is that creature? You see a bunch of dirty clothes on a makeshift drying pole. Judging from the very, very bad scent coming from them, you don't expect to see a naked, angry man reclaiming them anytime soon if you steal them. We could, but I mean, what are we going to get from that? Probably cotton. We don't need it. Sea serpent bones. Is that a hammer? A dreadful sight. You see the remains of what seems to have been a fabled giant sea serpent. You shiver at the thought that such terrible beasts actually exist. With a closer inspection, you notice that its head was severed from its body, probably by this gigantic, masterly crafted hammer firmly stuck into the ground. Well, we're going for it, right? I mean, that's what we've been waiting for. What's the skill check on this one going to be? Strength. Look at this. Eirik is our strength beast. We got 3 people at max strength, but Eirik, of all people, is our highest rated. That's perfect. So fitting. The hammer is tightly stuck into the ground. Pull with all your strength. Good work. You pull with all your might. You swear, you sweat, and finally you manage to lift it up. You are a bit disappointed that your achievement wasn't accompanied with roaring thunder and a crowd's applause. Still, you have a fine hammer now. Elven hammer. Okay. So, Elven hammer. It's usable. A particularly well-designed hammer. Some in the camp say that it was forged by elves who forged famous weapons for the gods. You feel that it will make a perfect tool for crafting. Well, that's kind of disappointing because it doesn't seem... If we look at our lists here, take Mjolnir, the hammer. I don't think... Wait, what does that say? Take it? Almost as if we know already where it is. Random sheep. Okay, that's... Do we want to inspect? We've done this before. A lone, fluffy, white sheep is innocently lying on the grass, unaware of your presence. So how many sheep has that been? That's been three sheep? Because we took 2 in and then we bred the 3rd, right? I believe. There's really not that many when you think about it. Although I guess really there's not that many locations. Creepy bones pile. You find a bunch of bones coming from humans and animals. Despite the visible mess of the pile, you feel like there's a certain logic, a meaning in their position, as if someone had carefully piled them up one by one to get this precise result. Could this be some sort of grave or an offering? What are our options here? Check around, place a bone. Or take a bone or destroy the pile. Well, we can't destroy the pile because we don't have a hidden condition. So we might want to leave this one to see. Because it tells us what the condition is. Yeah, you need at least 1 bones. Yeah, that's interesting. And our last exclamation mark. Fruit and leaves. A heap of leaves lays on the ground. Upon further inspection, you realize they're not just some leaves. They are medicinal herbs, and it's not all among the leaves. You can also distinguish among the leaves. You can also distinguish some orangey fruits. That's a very nice loot. Cool. Okay, well, let's see what we want to do with our afternoon interval here. Have you recovered? You did a fairly decent job, I suppose. So you can cook us up 8 fishies. That should be quite nice. Tomo. And a knut. We don't want to end up with like 0 stone. So we're going to have to pound that. You're going to keep exploring. Yagoob can now come over here and do that. You two are going to stay on the water. Surprising no one at all ever. Good on the water. That's fine. These sheep just look so ragged. Like, who would want... They seem to be maxed at the old level, though. It's not like we... I don't know what this is. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else we could do with the pens. What else was there? Additional pens? Oh my god, these are additional pens. I didn't know that. I could build this additional pen. I don't really need it. I wonder if additional sheep and additional pens means more fatigue and more negative effects for lovely Parvana. We do want that. A little bit of healing, a little bit of hemp. We're about to get a crop of hemp. We've got a ton of rope already. Maybe we should roll this after. Healing plants. Because I want to keep them on the water, though. And come back to here and get healing plants at some point. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is probably good. Spin through this pretty darn quick. Not the greatest rolls on water, though. Seems like ever since we upgraded our shelter to protect us from rainy weather, we haven't gotten any rainy weather. We went through that whole string of fairly rainy weather, and now... how much did we do for stone? We only got 5 stone. A little bit of fatigue, a little bit of repairs to undertake here. That's fine. We've got water, we've got fire. We'll end the day, read some drama, see what we get up to here. Is the story still Angelico and Kari? Who knows? Let's have a little peek here. There was no... Wait a minute. There was no words. Have we run out of all the... And everybody got a roll. I don't think we've seen this since it was just the original 4. Wow, that's unfortunate. Everybody has their water, yes. I can't believe we didn't have that. That's 2 firsts. No drama, and a complete... Wow, that's surprising. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if we've have we done something? Have we run out of the narrative, like, by taking too long? It's possible. I don't think the game was designed to run like 100 and some odd days. I don't know. I would imagine the map is randomly generated, like who's gonna be where. I would think, because it strikes me as very odd. A rainy day, finally. It strikes me as very odd thematically to have Bjorn right in the middle here. So I'd imagine that, you know, he's set up to be kind of, so, you know, you explore certain areas first and get the resources from them, because they're important, especially in harder difficulties, I would imagine. But to have Bjorn right here at the pinch point, I think is odd. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. This is red as well. That's interesting. But yeah, I don't think the game was meant to go 138 days. It seems kind of excessive to me. And now you're sick. Like, this is starting to get a little bit troubling. Can we put anybody else on the plants? I mean, we're not going to get any kind of great result out of it, I'm sure, but at least You're gonna be done that, so we'll switch you to at least. Oh, did we lose any of this? Or no, we got a nice. We've been lucky on the dryer lately. Those upgrades to get this chance down to 5% is pretty nice. Obviously, won't be hanging anything today, but 6 to 9 hemp. We definitely don't want hemp. We want healing plants. Got a hemp crop coming, and we've got some hemp and healing plant requirements out of. Do we put off a day of exploration for this? I think if anything, we might do something like this. $5 to $15, and then we'd end up doing it like that. Take the morning off of exploring. Send a couple of good healing plant people out. You can cure you, and I think we're good with that. We'll roll this interval. Yeah, we'll roll this interval. We're good with that. We've got our tribute. It's not as high as I'd like it to be. Oh my god, I drank all my juice from lunch. I thought, oh, I'm still parched. Sturdier buckets, my porn star name here. Our buckets are not really reliable. We should reinforce them. Increases resource gained by 2 to 3 when fetching water. Okay, that was a more useful one than I thought. I assumed that it was just going to be a max, holdable amount. It turns out, I could have sworn that just said 42 meat. Obviously it's not, but maybe it was 24 injury. I'm just dyslexic. That's quite possible, if not likely. So now we want to go into more traditional sort of roles here. Kari, my friend, she's been like a couple of times. I think Eirik went out with her, but I think Kari has really been a very a mainstay, almost as much as Parvana in the in that position, eh? A mainstay in that position, just like Parvana in the oh my god, we want more rope. We need arrows, I know that much. Just like Parvana in the animal pens, Kari the explorer has been the sight that we see all the time. That's her jam right there. Berries for you. I mean, you don't have a partner, so you might as well roll berries. Blodwet. Oh, you do have a partner, kind of. And then Solveig, of course, is our resident chef. She can come and cook. Oh wait, is this the second? Yeah, this is the second interval. So 11 meat. Do we want to risk leaving some on the rack? Probably not, so we'll cook it all. And by rack, I meant like drying rack. We shouldn't need any more water because we should get enough from the rain, I would think. 3 to 6 potable. We would need a max roll to be sure. Yeah, if you guys are gonna be there, don't do that. Do that. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Roll it. Absolutely roll it. Angelico the Crafter. Who knew, right? Lots of things happening. I assume they're all positive. Can't really tell with that speedy. There's just too many things going on now to not have the fast forward on, but that took a long time. 9.5. I don't think we'll risk it. I think we'll get the last little bit. Jack up the fire. We've got food. We've got everything. We can end the day. Drama today, maybe? Hopefully. A little something, something. A little something. Does this come up after the weather or before the weather? I'm kind of disappointed here. I'm getting worried that we've seen all there is to see for interactions with this set of characters until something new gets thrown into the mix. That's a little troubling. I wonder just how much I've dragged this out then. I mean, I blame me entirely. It seems like there's plenty of dialogue and interaction. Although I do see, it does seem like they have they have this habit of starting new storylines when new characters come and then dropping them. Like, we haven't heard anything really about Parvana and Eirik in a long time, right? And that was like the main sort of drama. And I guess to keep the balance of management and narrative, you might have to make some of those kinds of decisions. But to have no dialogue now really makes me worry that I've gone wrong somewhere. Certainly is possible. How's our hemp doing? It must be just totally saturated now. Yeah, we would really need to cut this. We may have overstayed our welcome as is. Where are our pens here? Garden right there. So we'll bring Solveig out to do that. You can go and just have a little chit chat here. You can go and I mean, we have thrown you on wood once in a while. Actually, maybe you could heal your husband. Is that something that you're even remotely capable of doing? No, not really. So we'll have Tomo come heal your husband for you. And this will be on wounds. You can come up here and help Eirik's wife. You guys are both on here still. Maybe switch you again. And you shouldn't be drinking alone. That's unfortunate. What we'll do is what we always do with poor Moira is we end up making you drink and then letting you go fishing. Oh my god, it's 21 minutes in. We better, yeah, we'll set everybody up here, obviously, as we are known to do. There we go. That's good enough of a roll, right? Yeah, that's good. So we've got everybody set up in fairly traditional roles. Let's burn through some of this water we've got just because we're going to get some more via the rain anyway. Burn through our cheese. Yeah, this all seems pretty straightforward. So we'll roll this interval in the next one, and this is the start of a nice little session. So something to look forward to anyway. Until then, thanks very much. See you soon.